girl with a credit card.
That's because I bought him lunch about, what, 20 years ago? And he's never stopped thanking me, which is nice. And every time I see him, though, he's like, are you going to buy me lunch? I said, no, but my sisters and my brother and I, we're going to buy you dinner tonight. Well, on Mary Kay's note, and I thank you for doing that, and my brothers, I chose my mom to celebrate my mom, because as my brother left out my mom, who, when she went to help my brother for 3 weeks with his baby, she had just spent 6 weeks in Iowa with me, and that was her 4th trip this year. Yeah, third.
The first time.
Right. Well, the first time you were just coming for vacation. She actually came back last year, Labor Day. It was your 4th. She came back Labor Day weekend a year ago. She came, remember we met her for the volleyball and everything. See, obviously my child, because he's arguing with me. She actually came back for a visit. We met in Notre Dame to watch Nicole play volleyball, and then we brought her back to Iowa with us, and she was going to stay for a visit. She actually left the day after I had my physical. I had my physical on September 11th, day after my 43rd birthday, and my husband took her to the airport because I had to work that afternoon and I wasn't feeling that great, and just waiting the results of my physical, and that was on Friday. And by the time she got to Sacramento and Mary Kay picked her ab, we had found out why I wasn't feeling that well. But it's been, I mean, we've all come a long way from that day, from September 12th and my biopsy on 15th to today. And I told my mom, oh, it's so great to celebrate not only your birthday tonight, but for me to see and visit with all your prayer warriors, because that's what I know you've been for me. For all of you that have worn purple bracelets that have said a prayer, and just a thought, I have really felt it, and it's meant the world to me, and that's why I'm standing here today. Statistically, 70% of the people that are diagnosed with pancreatic cancer don't make it past the first year. And we found that out this year by a gentleman that called me in October, or actually in November, who was diagnosed in October, who saw a news story that they did on me out in Iowa, and he passed on the day before Easter. So he battled it for 5 months. So I am so great. I mean, I am a miracle. When I was diagnosed, I was told Katie and Diane came back, and my husband, Katie and Diane and I, the doctor sat down and told all 4 of us, well, it's incurable, it's very aggressive, you're stage 4, we can't offer you surgery or radiation, we can give you some chemo and hope we can buy you some time. That was it. And I went from there to 3 months later, my gosh, the tumor is so small, we can barely even see it on the scan, and so we want to do surgery. What? And you know, that is to my oldest son, Jimmy. When they did the news story, they sat and talked with him. Jimmy designed the bracelets with his cousin, my nephew, Riley Boylan. And when the newscaster was asking him about the bracelets and what he'd done and what his biggest wish was, he said, I wish my mom's cancer would be gone by Christmas. And I was standing on the side, and I leaned over to my friend of mine, and I said, oh, that's a good one. And it was, because I had my surgery on December 22nd. So my oncologist came into my hospital room, and he saw that news story, because, by the way, my oncologist, Dr. Grothy at the Mayo Clinic, reads barbstrong.com all the time. He knows what everybody's doing. He knew about Jared at the U.S. Open. I mean, it's amazing. He follows our whole family. But he came into my hospital room after that surgery and said, well, your son got his Christmas wish, didn't he? So, and it's been, from there I got to have my radiation, so I learned that it's about faith and trusting God, and it's about family and friends. And I can't thank you enough for taking the time or the moment to say a prayer for me, to help me be here today, to celebrate with my family, and to wish my mom a happy 70th birthday. It just really means a lot. So thank you so much. I'm doing great. I feel really good, and things are really helpful. In fact, my last visit with my oncologist after the 4th of July, he said, gosh, you look great. You know, your CAT scan's good, your blood work's good, and he said, I don't see the end of the road. You know, I just don't. And I thought, great, so there's no light at the end of the tunnel, which I don't want. Stay away from the light. So to all of you, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here for my mom. I know my sister Joan's the only one in town, and we've all fled to our different places in our different lives, but we always come back to Bakersfield. It's always been home to us, and my mom's a huge part of that. The great thing about it is she will go anywhere, and she has. She's just been there. So yeah, she's racked up her frequent flyer miles in the air and on the road to see us. So Kate's next, but hopefully the next time she comes back to Iowa, it'll just be for a visit. That's right, for fun. So thank you.